Thanks, Dan. I'm actually a co-founder and managing director. Our chairman is Tony Lacavera, actually. So I'm here to chat with you about Globalive Technology Partners. We are an investment company that is focused on the AI and blockchain space, okay? And what does that mean? Blockchain seems to be the flavor of the month or the flavor of the last couple of months. But the reality is I'll probably be the first one to tell you that the blockchain is not necessarily the thing that you need for a specific application. And we get a lot of inbounds in every day about people asking us, how do I blockchain this? How do I blockchain that? How does an iced tea company put blockchain in their company's name and raise value by 30% or 300%? I will be one of the first to tell you that not all things belong on the blockchain. But what Globalive is trying to do or wants to do is we want to actually leverage the best technology, whether that is in the form of artificial intelligence and machine learning, whether that's in the form of blockchain and distributed ledger technologies, to help empower companies. Those are companies that are from the traditional economy, as well as companies that are born into the new economy with completely new and different business models. So some of the highlights of our company. Currently we're private. We plan on going public in Q2 of this year. We're going to be focused on blockchain, AI, and Internet of Things and other significant technologies. Partnership is also a foundational cornerstone of what we're going to be doing. We're creating partnerships with high-growth companies and we're actually developing and owning technology stacks that we can leverage in that particular partnership as well as others. We also have a tremendous leading management team. Mr. Tony Lacavera, who you may know as the founder of Win Mobile, is the CEO of Globalive Technology Partners, and he's dedicating himself to do this 100%. And with all of our other individuals that are part of the management team, we have over 100 years experience investing in, growing, building, and exiting various technology companies. And with our group of individuals that we have in the leadership team, we have quite an expansive pipeline of various deal flow that isn't probably available to most people, and I'll tell you why that is in a few minutes. If you look at blockchain and AI as a technology, and it's very difficult for us to not see what Bitcoin is doing every day. How much higher can it get? It's floating around $20,000 in December. The real fundamental transformative technology that we're looking at here is the blockchain, the idea of a distributed ledger. Now, my perception or view of the universe is that blockchain actually represents the third iteration of the internet. The first iteration, when the internet was first created, it was the ability to share information across the globe. Okay, and that was revolutionary because we couldn't do that before, or at least not as efficiently as the internet allowed us to. The second evolution of the internet came in the form of social media. We now have the ability to interact, get to know, and socialize with people around the world. What blockchain represents is what I call the third iteration or the third industrial revolution of the internet, which is now we have the ability to transact with people in ways that we have not around the world, in ways that are more efficient than traditional banking systems. And this technology, this distributed ledger technology, allows and has a number of implications across various sectors, not just financial services, supply chain logistics, professional services, smart contracts, agriculture, healthcare. These are all sectors that stand to be disintermediated or disrupted by blockchain and artificial intelligence technology. We can, through the blockchain, if somebody gets food poisoning by eating something in a certain grocery store, the blockchain, if applied properly, can tell us exactly where that came from and help us, ensure that that food doesn't come through that supplier ever again. So there are tremendous applications, not just in financial services, not just limited by Bitcoin, and these are the areas that Globalive wants to look at right now and leverage before and make early stage investments in as they transform total industries. Our thesis is to build and operate new businesses and new business models in existing industries, things that are in the traditional sectors of the economy, retail sector of the economy, healthcare, supply chain logistics. We want to use the technology to revolutionize and change perhaps loyalty schemes at retail. We want to use the technology to change the way we track assets across the supply chain. We also want to create completely new industries that are perhaps based on various architectures that are being created today. So what we'll also be doing is investing in protocols and new technologies that build completely new business lines in the new economy that are completely disruptive to the old. We also are going to opportunistically deploy capital to generate ROI in high growth areas, as any responsible investment company will do, and you'll see some examples of that soon. Since I am limited on time, we'll just kind of blast through some of these. Some of the key differentiators. Why is Globalive attractive to people? From the institutional perspective, institutions are attracted by us or attracted to us because we have access to deal flow, because we're real operators. We've had experience building, operating, growing, and leveraging technology in the past. That makes us attractive because we're not going to be investing in deals that everybody sees on the street. We're going to have access to unique deal flow, which makes us attractive to institutional capital. The flip side of that is because we are operators, because of Tony's profile, and Tony has been a tremendous example of an innovator in Canada. He's heavily involved with various initiatives like Next Canada, the Next 36, Mars, Creative Destruction Lab. People gravitate towards him because he is an operator, an innovator in this space, and a proud Canadian. And having that access to operators, and then them coming and working with us because they want to see what we're doing, we have access to capital. We can quickly accelerate and create partnerships for these businesses and grow them faster than they could on their own. Our business model is predicated on forming partnerships with various companies, and I'll give you an example, or two of these examples. There are certain parties in the traditional sectors of the economy, like the traditional retail sector, that have wanted to come and partner with us for the purposes of developing and using artificial intelligence to help serve up various content on websites, for example, when customers are shopping, and to serve up content or various products that would be more attractive to them to purchase. Using the artificial intelligence, we can optimize and increase the average cart size that people are engaging in when they're making their purchases. We have a certain investment in a company that's going to be disruptive in the news industry, for example, that's going to put, hopefully, an end to fake news, and also put news on basically the blockchain and make it immutable for all time. Obviously, just so you know, Tony Lacavera, he's chairman and founder of Globalive Technology Partners. He founded Win Mobile, which is a tremendous success. But in many ways, Tony wasn't done when he sold Win Mobile. He wanted to continue and build things, build a large company globally, and that's our focus. We want to become a global company and a multi-billion-dollar company, and we want to actually put Canada further on the map as a technology innovator. Our management team includes myself as one of the managing directors, Simon Lockey, formerly from the Globalive, and the Win team is also another managing director. Brock Bundy from VRG, who's led their M&A activity for over 20 years, is on the team. Scott Nirenberski, who is from Silicon Valley, is our chief investment officer. We have a tremendous team of individuals that are part of this group. Anthony Lacavera, obviously, is our chairman. Jason Theophilus, who runs one of the largest performance ad networks in the world, Mundo, is on the board. Kingsley Ward from VRG Capital is also on our board. Tremendous entrepreneurs in their own right, with many successes, really adding to the entrepreneurial fabric that is Globalive. What I wanted to talk to you about is one of our investments, Vital. Essentially, Gregory Daba, who was the founding chief operating officer and president of CNN for 25 years, wanted to create something that was going to get rid of fake news. And we are going to use artificial intelligence, without getting into details. Essentially, technology that can sort real and fake terrorist activity threats will be part of the technology in this. And then we're going to take that news and put it on the blockchain so it cannot be altered. When you have an immutable ledger of news, you can start using that as an oracle for various smart contracts around the world. We also have various investments in mining, such as Hyperblock and CryptoStar. Obviously, these are different companies that have separated themselves as more mining as a service companies. But obviously, the point there is mining is essential underpinning of the blockchain. We are not a mining company by any stretch of the imagination, but we have some assets in there. I see that I'm late on time, and I'd love to chat with you further, so I will hang out for a little bit. But I encourage you to go to our website, globalivetechnologypartners.com, to find out more, and I thank you for your time today.